What is going on, Multiversers? Welcome back to the channel. We got some news and updates about Multiversus to go over in today's video. Topics such as a little update on the Multiversus comic that is coming up. There is now a new way to earn even more Battle Pass XP. And finally, a major breakthrough on disconnect rates and why that finally might be fixed after this entire time. But let's discuss. So let's start off with the disconnect issues. So Multiversus put out a statement late last night and it said something along the lines of, well, this tweet. Hey MVPs, after collecting a ton of data, we're happy to share that our disconnect rates have been dramatically reduced on all platforms, including Xbox One and PS4. I like that they specifically listed, the older consoles, so, because there's a lot of issues on that, but with the patch that went out, well, yesterday, they fixed an issue where the game was incorrectly treating a long loading screen as a network timeout. That was why you would see quite a few people just sit there AFK in games. Now, sure, there were people that were legitimately just doing that, but, we all experience this. You load into the game and your teammate or somebody on the other team is just sitting there AFK. Well, that's because they were just sitting in a very long loading screen and then, well, the network issue popped up and it disconnected them. So apparently that has been fixed. They say they have the data to back this up. So hopefully the disconnect rates are finally a thing of the past and we could just move forward, because that is one of the major issues that's been plaguing the game. So hopefully that has finally been solved. Now let's move over to some Battle Pass news. This has been in game for a day or two, I think 2 days now. So if you haven't heard of this, we'll go over it quickly because some of you might already know this, but Player First Games did tell us that they were changing ways that players can earn Battle Pass XP. They're not removing anything, they're just adding more ways to earn it. And that would be by playing PvE rifts. So every single PvE rift, when you go into a battle, you have 5 different little challenges that you have to get, so that's 5 stars per battle. So every single star that you earn, you get 10 Battle Pass XP for every star, right? So that's actually pretty big. So if you complete 5 and you 5 rifts, the individual battles, and you do every single 5 stars, well, that's 25 stars. 25 times 10, well, 250 Battle Pass XP. That's not bad. So, it's just extra ways to earn it. So I thought this was, a really good addition to the game. And I'm glad that they did this because, well, if there's people that try to jump online and they can't play and they were having the disconnect issues, which like we mentioned in the first topic, hopefully that's solved. But, the only other way to play would be, well, rifts. And that's a good thing. But now that all of that has been solved, well, we just get an extra way to earn Battle Pass XP, making progress in the rifts, making progress trying to, unlock Agent Smith, who should hopefully be here in probably a couple weeks, I would guess. I mean, I think we can get, tier 15? I think we could get tier 15 in that event if you complete every single difficulty up until this point. So maybe another week, maybe 2 weeks at max, but Agent Smith should start getting here, before we know it. And one quick follow-up to that as well, an additional way to earn even more Battle Pass XP. Again, it's only 10 Battle Pass, but, more the merrier, right? They tell us, furthermore, they will also be granting 10 Battle Pass XP for each daily mission completed going forward. So their goal is to ensure players are rewarded for their time, which I got to say, I applaud them for doing that. That's big for them. We went from no Battle Pass XP after matches, no Battle Pass during rifts. We didn't earn any we didn't earn any progress towards the Battle Pass. And now they've completely changed that and things are so much better. There's so many more ways to complete your Battle Pass. So these are good changes. And, I do want to, applaud Player First Games for making these changes because there is a lot of negativity out there, but they are doing some good stuff in the process. So I do want to make that clear. Good stuff by Player First Games here. So next topic we're going to talk about, I've seen a few people that this has affected. There is a new Jason event. I believe it's the Rise of Jason event, and it went live yesterday in game. But there were many people, well, not many, but there were certainly a fair bit of people that were saying that the Jason missions were not appearing in game. Well, that's not fair to them because now those people are like a day behind. They don't have the mission. So what's going on? So somebody laid it out on Twitter and they said, hey, Tony, I'm not getting any of the Rise of Jason missions, but all my friends did. What's going on? And Tony luckily responded to this and he says, there was a specific issue that caused this problem to occur. So what they're going to do is they're going to get missions tomorrow. So apparently this issue has been resolved. So everybody should start getting the Rise of Jason missions, well, I guess starting today. But they're going to be extending the Rise of Jason event one additional day to make up for it. So I think that's fair. It's good on their part again. So I'm glad Tony chimed in on this and, well, nobody misses out now. And one more thing from Tony here, and this is in regards to the mega patch that we're waiting for. We've gone over this information on the channel many times, but team colors, when are we getting end of game stats, the input buffer setting, that mega patch, we're still waiting for that. So Tony was asked a question on Twitter, hey, they're wondering if the team color issue is going to be fixed, like when is that going to happen? Is it going to be the next patch? And as you can see, Tony said it's still coming soon. Okay, yep, they love saying that. But they've already tested it, so that's good. It will be included in a really large patch with a lot of requested features. So hopefully the patch that we got yesterday isn't the patch for, this week. I'm still holding out hope for something on Thursday, for tomorrow. If we can get that mega patch for tomorrow, I think the game should be in a better state for sure. So we can't, I cannot wait until we get the mega patch because, well, like I just said, it's going to fix a lot of things and add a lot of things that the game desperately needs. Now let's switch topics over to the Multiversus comic. We made a video on this a few days ago on the channel, so if you want to check that out, feel free to. It's pretty much called like comic leaks, characters, something like that. So we're not quite sure how the comic works in regards to characters that appear in the comic. Does that mean that whoever does appear, will that make them playable? We are unsure about that, so I'm not really sure how to approach this going forward, but there are characters that will appear in the comic that as of yet are not playable, but I guess they could be. So for example, take a look at this. Brian Q. Miller is one of the, I believe, the writers for the comic, and he's been answering some fan questions. So he said, well, take a look at this. He says this: there are a few DCU characters in the comic that, as far as he knows, are not in the game, and one of those characters ends up being the Flash. And he thinks, if he remembers correctly, the Flash is going to be an issue either 2 or 3. So the question then arises, since Flash is going to be a part of the Multiversus comic, which is a tie-in to the actual game, well, is Flash going to be a playable character at some point or not? Again, these are all questions that we're going to have to wait to get the ultimate answer to, but if you're a fan of the Flash and you're thinking about maybe looking up the Multiversus comic once it comes out, well, Flash is apparently in it. And then one final thing about the comic, check this out. Another character confirmed to be in the comic is the Wicked Witch of the West. That's crazy. Somebody just says, hey, I can't wait to see how you write the Wicked Witch. And Brian responds, fleetingly. But rest assured, she is in there. So Wicked Witch confirmed for the Multiversus comic at least. So does that mean she's playable? Like maybe Flash? I don't know. Again, we'll have to wait and see to get all the answers to the question. But that is it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed. Just kind of a little chill, lighter side of the news type of video. Again, hopefully we get that large patch tomorrow. That'd be great, but we'll wait and see. Either way, that is it for this one. Hope you all enjoyed, and I guess I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.